Hey everybody, Cinema Sickness here with your daily sickness video, and happy Monday to each and every one of you. And today is finally the day. I promised you this video, you guys have been asking for this video, and it is finally here. A brand new tour of the Cinema Sickness library. I've recently moved some stuff around, got some new shelves, got some new display units. I've been waiting to get all that stuff together, everything put away, everything reorganized the way I wanted before I showed you this video. It's done. Let's take a look. Well, alright guys, here we are. The Cinema Sickness library. And as you can see, plenty of movies and whatnot to go around. Just going to give you a quick overview before we get down to any details. Just want to show you how everything is set up here. Give you an idea of the layout. This may be a little bit long of a video. We're going to try to get through this as quickly as possible, but there is plenty to take a look at. So, alright, let's get down to it. Let's actually take a look at everything, and we're going to start off by showing you all the different formats I have down here. And right underneath this DVD sign is where my DVDs start. Or should I say next to it? DVDs start right here. We have all my numbers, and then A's, and then B's, and everything like that. That's how I separate them. I do not do them quite alphabetically, only kind of alphabetically. And again, all my numbers are together, and they end up here, and then all my A's, and then B's, and then so on. So if I need something, let's say I want to get 13 Ghosts, I have to look around and go, there it is. So I know it's in the numbers. It's pretty easy to put stuff away that way, so I do prefer to do it that way. And I have them all separated by these divider cards I actually get from Bags Unlimited, and then I just print out with the label maker what I want on them. And pretty much all my formats are separated that way. And they go across, then down to the next one across, and then down to the next one across, and so on and so forth throughout my entire collection. And this here being wall number 1 of DVDs, and then we move on to wall number 2 of DVDs. And again, across and down. That takes care of A's through almost E's. E's almost pretty much end up down here at the very end, but actually finish up here on wall number 3. That's the very last of E's, and then into F. And again, across this entire wall. As you can see, I have plenty of DVDs. The format I have the most of. And then on to wall number 4. And again, across and down this entire wall. All DVDs. And then on to wall number 5. And this wall goes from one side of the library all the way to the other side. From the front to the back. And as you can see, the wall is almost filled up. I have a little bit to go here. I have one full row and then almost one full row. And then my DVDs end up stopping right down here. That's the last one. That's the last Z. And then we go into my Super Bit DVDs, my Mini DVDs, and my 3D DVDs. Yes, these are actually DVDs that use a 3D shutter glasses technology. It's pretty interesting. It's pretty cool. Kind of a predecessor to 3D Blu-rays. Very cool. As you can see, I got a bunch of those. And then into my DVD-Rs, things like Warner Archives program and other manufacture on-demand programs and whatnot. So those are all my DVD-Rs right there. So that takes care of pretty much all my DVDs. And then we move on to Blu-ray on the back wall here, which is where they start. This wall was blank at one point, empty, nothing on it, and I didn't like how it looked, so I went with this kind of sort of rental store sort of look with my Blu-rays. And they start up there with numbers, and like all the others, go all the way across and then down to the next row, and so on and so forth. So Blu-rays along this entire wall right here. And then they move on to these new shelves I have back here. And a bit of the same, cross and down, until finally we get down to here where they start kind of normal. And all Blu-rays. And they end up down there, and then come back up onto this shelf starting up here. And as you can see, more Blu-ray. So that's my entire Blu-ray collection, including, hopefully it won't get too dark down here for you guys, but Blu-rays end up here. And starting right here is my Blu-ray 3D collection, which goes all the way pretty much across the entire bottom row here. And are all my 3D Blu-rays. So I do have a decent amount of those as well. I love collecting 3D Blu-rays. I actually am a big fan of 3D Blu-ray. A lot of people don't like the format. I actually love it. So next we're going to take a look at my standard VHS releases, and this is where things get a little different. As you guys may notice, for those of you who've seen my last library tour video, you're going to notice these shelves are a bit different. As I said, these shelves here, these two shelves are new. I used to only have 6 of these shelves, and they kind of went one row, and one row. Now they go in this direction, and I have 8 of them. And they mostly display my VHS. Again, all separated the same way. Starting here, going all the way across and down. And then they go into the back row here. And I got this little shelf right there. Get across and down. And then onto the next row. And then onto the final row here. Ending up right there. And as you can see, I got plenty of space to continue on. And even this display right there. So those are all my VHS in just the standard slip cases, as you would normally see. But that's not it for my VHS, because I also have all my clamshells and big boxes and whatnot over here. So these will not fit on those shelves. So I had to put them on their own shelf, their own bookshelf. And again, this is everything like Disney clamshells and things like big boxes and whatnot. Other strange just size displays, a good Scream set. And they end up going all the way down into there. Again, a little dark, I do apologize. I do have these in 2 rows, so every row is actually 2 rows. As you can see, there's titles behind there. So that is it for all my VHS. And then behind here, we go into UMD, but these are UMD videos, not UMD games. I do not play UMD games. I do not collect UMD games. I only collect UMD videos. These are all UMD video cards. Or should I say discs. And the edges are across and down. And then they ending up right down here. And then we go into my HD DVDs. And I got plenty of HD DVDs as well. Another format I absolutely love collecting for. And again, across and down. So finally, they end up down here. And then we move into, and these are HD VMDs. Yeah, that's a fun format right there. Only lasted about a year. I can't believe I can say I have a little collection of these. Never in a million years I actually think I'd have any HD VMDs. And now I have a nice collection of them, and actually 2 players, which is really cool. So, love my HD VMD collection. So again, all UMDs into HD DVDs, and then into HD VMDs. And then below that, we have the one and only game system I collect for, and that is Game Boy. I'm not a real big gamer, but I do love the Game Boy, and I have all my games in these baseball card holders down here, in these binders. I'll pull one of these out. It's going to be difficult to do with one hand, but we'll take a look at it anyway. As you can see, I have them all in these baseball card holders. Very convenient for displaying, adding to, subtracting from. And I have all my games like that. And now here comes the most difficult part. Putting this away with only one hand. Can I do it? I'm thinking probably not, but maybe I can. And will it get done? Nah, it's gonna get stuck. But there we go, I got it. I can't believe I did that. So we have Game Boy, Game Boy, Game Boy Color, Game Boy Advance, and then those 2 right there are empty. Nothing in those as of right now, but they will eventually get filled. And I do have my Game Boy Advance video carts in here as well, so a little bit of cinema in here also. So that's my entire Game Boy collection. And then down here in this drawer, we have some Game Boy odds and ends. Things like our charger, my Game Boy Advance SP with cables is in there. Some random games like this that are just too big because they have those battery packs on to fit in the card holders I have. Super Game Boy, Game Genie, and e-reader. So that's just some odds and ends in there. And then behind that, we have a few more formats, including film. Right on top here is all my film. We have 35 millimeter. These are all 35 millimeter trailers. So before a movie, these would be spliced on when you went to see a movie. These would be the trailers that were spliced on before the movie started. Unfortunately, I do not have a 35 millimeter film print. I would love to get one someday. I almost got one. I have one that's like missing just one reel. If you guys have been following me for some time now, you know what that's about. The United States Postal Service kind of messed up and lost a reel of film, and now I have almost a complete film, but not complete, unfortunately. Someday I hope to have a complete 35 millimeter film reel, or film, just a complete film 35 millimeter. That'd be awesome. But for now, trailers are cool. Then we go into 16 millimeter here, and then into 8 millimeter, and then Super 8. So again, 35 on these here, 16, 8, and Super 8. And that is my entire film collection. Below that, we go into Laserdisc. As you can see, I got plenty of these as well. I love collecting Laserdisc, one of my favorite formats to collect for. And I got plenty of those. Almost 2.5 rows of Laserdisc. I love one of my gems right there, my Star Wars trilogy. I love that set. And then from there we go into my CEDs, my capacitance electronic discs. Fun movie format to collect for. They were only out for a couple years, but they produced a lot of these in those few years. As you can see, I got plenty of them. Lots more still out there to collect for. But it's a fun format to collect for. It's a horrible format. It didn't hold up very well, but it's a lot of fun to collect for nevertheless. So again, CEDs, Laserdiscs, and film all on this display right here on these shelves. And I'm going to apologize in advance. We're going to take a look at what's on these shelves here, and it's going to get very dark back in here. So I'm hoping you can see what there is. I'll try to explain to you, but again, it's going to get quite dark back there, and I do apologize. So up here we have PVDs, personal video discs for the Video Now player. And then we have color PVDs, which are color personal video discs for the Video Now color. And they're all in there. And they come over here and there. And then from there we have Flex Plays. I have 2 of these. These were kind of like a failed sort of rentals idea. They're DVDs that last 48 hours. You once you open these up, they deteriorate within 48 hours. You can't watch them after that. Unfortunately, these are so old that they don't work. Period. Even though they're both sealed, they still don't work. So it is what it is. But cool, just fun little bit of history right there. Then we have Video 2000 cassettes, Deer Hunter, and To the Devil a Daughter, the only ones of those I own. And then we have D-Theater D-VHS. These are, as it says right there, 1080i VHS. I am not kidding. These are actually high-definition VHS tapes. Very cool. I love those. Then into Movie CD. Fun to collect for as well, but you have to have a Windows 95 computer to play these. You can't play them on anything else. And then my one and only... This here is my CD video, not video CD, not VCD. This is CDV. Completely different format. Very similar name, completely different format. The only one of those I own. And from there, we move into video CD. And I got plenty of these. Much more common formats, especially overseas. And then we go into my Video 8 cassettes. I can get one of these out for you. There you go. Footloose on Video 8. I got a bunch of these as well. Hard to see because they're back in there, but I assure you I got plenty of them. And then into my DivX. Another failed rental system. This was a failed rental system from Circuit City. I can't watch any of these. I do have a demo disc. That's the only one of these I can watch. All the rest of them you can't watch because unfortunately they do require a dial-up service that is not available. So that sucks. But fun to collect for nevertheless. They end up down here. And then we go into my Juiceware media clips for the Juicebox player. And there we go. Things like Codename Kids Next Door. Fun little kid device. And I got them in these DS cases here. They actually fit perfectly in there, which is pretty cool. Then we get in this movie cassettes. Again, just kids' devices for the Fisher-Price movie cassettes and some things like the I guess these were action player or something like that. Anyway, these are just fun little, it's just a cassette with some film inside it, and they play for kids. Again, something just fun to collect for. And they end up going up to there. And again, I know we're getting really dark now. Then we have CD-Rom, just a bunch of fun CD-Rom stuff. Then we have my N-Power Fusion, and this is a Max Clip. N-Power Fusion was by Nickelodeon. They're just DS cards, pre-recorded DS cards. And the Max Clips are the same thing. Those were by Disney, just pre-recorded DS cards that you used on their special players. And then we get into CDI movies. And yes, these are actually movies made for the CDI. I do not collect games for the CDI, but I do collect movies for the CDI. So that is that. So again, I do apologize. Very dark back here. I should get a light that like hangs down. Maybe eventually that'll happen. Maybe next time I do a library tour and you see a library tour from me, I'll have a light down here. But that's that. So got some more room to collect there. More room there. And those are kind of just my odds and ends. And then I guess we'll move up into my rafters. Because yes, I do have shelves built into my rafters, because when you have a collection this size, you need to take advantage of every little bit of space you can get your hands on. So I did build shelves up there, and we have my CDs. Again, one of the other non-cinematic formats I collect for. Just everything from music CDs to soundtracks, all kinds of fun stuff like that. And these start up there and go all the way across. These rows go all the way to the other side of the library. Same thing with this row here. And then into that row there. And they come up and they end right there. So I still have plenty of room to collect more CDs. And that will happen eventually. For now, just some empty space up there. And then the last of what I have displayed of my rafters are Beta. All my Beta tapes are up here. And yes, I said Beta, not Betamax. Betamax is a brand name. Beta is the format. And they start right up there and go all the way across. And then on to the next row, and the same thing, across. And they just keep going across until we end up over here. And right there is where they end. So that's all my Beta. I have a decent Beta collection. And plenty of room to grow. So lots of fun movies on Beta. Trying to get some better lighting there for you. All right. And then from there, that's about mostly it for my format. But we will take a look at what's up here. And on top of these shelves, this is all stuff that's too large to fit normally on shelves. Just items, displays, and stuff like that that are just too big. So things like Planet of the Apes sets, big VHS box sets, all kinds of just collectible things. Just fun collectible sets, my Disney treasure sets. Now, of course, the two in front here, I don't have the tins for these, so these could go on my shelves, but I kept them with my tins, my Disney treasure tins, because those are too big to go on the shelves. Superman tin. Oh, I should show you this. This is my one and only video VHD video disc. The only one of these I have. I do have Howard the Duck. I do not have a player for this. As you can see, that is not in English. So unfortunately, I don't have a player for it. Can't play it, but it's the one and only one of those I have in my entire collection. Just a fun little other format. Kind of similar to CED. My creepy electro head. Really weird collectible piece right there. And then all kinds of other fun stuff. More tins. And just interesting box sets and whatnot. A lot of VHS box sets. So that's what's up there again. Just stuff that's too large. Big box sets and whatnot. Things that just do not fit on my shelves with all the rest of this stuff. And again, that is about it for my format. I'm trying to think if I've left anything out, and I do not believe I have. So I guess next we'll take a look at all my different media players. All right, so we have everything from VHS. Is a VHS DVD combo right here. Then we have, I get this in focus. Sorry about that, guys. Then we have my D-VHS player here. This down here is a DVD player, but it's a region-free DVD player. HD-VMD, Laserdisc, Super Blue, which is a region-free Blu-ray player / HD DVD combo player, which is really cool. That's my CDI, which again I use just for CDI movies, not for games. VHS, I'm sorry, Beta VCR, then CED. We got 3D Blu-ray there, HD DVD. This is a DVD player, but this is a DivX equipped DVD player, so it has the phone jack in the back and everything like that. Like I said, I can only play one title on here, and that's my DivX demo disc. The dial-up service no longer works, so kind of just a fun little collectible to have, but really, I can't really watch anything on it. I do have a Game Boy, or I'm sorry, well, yeah, a Game Boy Advance, and below that is a GameCube with the Game Boy Advance player adapter. And the reason I have this is just to play Game Boy Advance games. I do not play GameCube games. I do not have any GameCube games. I do not collect GameCube games. But with this, I can play my Game Boy Color, and Game Boy Advance games on my TV. So that's why I have that. This is my Windows 95 computer. Yeah, computer with Windows 95 Windows 95 installed on it. And I had this to play my Windows 95 movie CDs. So very cool. That's awesome to have that. And then over here, this is a Video 8 camcorder. And as I said before, these are cool because Video 8 VCRs are extremely hard to come by, very expensive. A way around that is one of these. You can pick these up for like $1 at a flea market or yard sale. And I can't really do this in one hand, but inside here are audio video hookups. So what that means is you can basically use this as a VCR. So instead of paying $100, $200, however many dollars somebody wants to charge you for a Video 8 VCR that, again, are very, very expensive. In fact, I've seen them go up to like thousands of dollars. It's ridiculous how much people want for them because they're so rare. You can just bypass that by buying one of these. Buy a Video 8 camcorder. Make sure it has the audio video outputs, and this can be used basically as a VCR. So that's how I watch my Video 8 tapes. I have a dedicated video CD player right there, which is really cool. I can play video CDs on many other of these players, but it's kind of neat just to have my own dedicated player. And then this is something I just picked up the other week. This is an HDMI 8-port splitter amplifier. I don't really use this right now, but I will be using this. Probably in the next video, the next library tour video you guys see, this will be getting put to use. And then underneath there we have, there you go, this is just my laptop. That's what that is. Store that under there as well. And then we got a few more players up here, actually. These are new displays. This is where all my portable media players go. We got the action viewer. We have, I'm forgetting the names of all these things. That's my, it says it on it, but I can't read it. I think that's an action viewer. No, that's an action viewer. What is that there? Oh, that's my movie viewer. I'm sorry. That's an action viewer, and that's a movie viewer, and that's my Fisher-Price movie viewer. Basically the same exact things. They just use different size carts and whatnot, put out by different companies, but really when it comes down to it, all three of these are like the same exact thing. But just, again, put out by different companies and different size carts. That's what you play things like these. That's what these are played on. So, interesting. Then we have my mini DVD player, which is really cool. It took me a long time to get a hold of one of those. And it is what it is. It's a portable DVD player. The screen flips up and it plays mini DVDs. Then we have a Game Boy Advance SP, which I have up there because you can play my Game Boy Advance videos on. That's my Juice Box, which is what you play the Juice Box media clips on. My Video Now XP. And my Video Now. There were many different models of Video Nows put out, but this is basically the color model I use. And that's the black and white model I use. Up there with SpongeBob, that is my N-Power Fusion video player, which plays the N-Power cards. And that's my Disney Max player below that, which is a little hard to see with the glare. You can see kind of like Mickey Mouse design buttons on it. That actually plays my Disney Max clips, which are the SD cards. So both those play SD cards. And then we have my PSP 3000, which is what I use to play my UMD videos on. So I have them just displayed in there. It's a fun way of storing all my portable media devices. And then the last of my players, I should say my projectors, we have a 16mm projector, Super 8 projector, a Duo 8, not Dual 8, Duo 8 projector, which plays both plays both Super 8 and 8mm film, and then this here being my 8mm projector. So again, 16mm projector, 8mm, Super 8 projector, Super 8 and 8mm projector, and then 8mm projector. So if you're going to have film, you got to have projectors. And it's a weird format to collect for because the projectors are extremely finicky. If you guys find one of these in perfect working condition, congratulations. That's a rarity. So I have those, and then of course, got to have something to play those on, so I have a projector screen right there. So I just set these up and shine them right on there, pull that down, and you're good to go. So from there we have my different TVs. I do have a CRTV right there, which I have to have because you gotta have a standard definition TV if you're gonna watch older formats, in my opinion. Some people watch them on their HD TV, and I just don't agree with that. People say, oh, the picture quality is fine. I disagree. If you're gonna watch a VHS, Beta, CED, Laserdisc, something like that, watch it on that, not on this. So that's why I have both TVs. So I have a standard definition CRT, and then I also have my 3D HD TV, which of course I watch all my high definition formats on, and DVD and stuff like that. So that is that. And again, this is a 3D TV right here. And quickly underneath there, I just got to show you, I do have rewinders. I have a VHS rewinder, Beta rewinder, and Video 8 rewinder. And then I also have an Apple TV and a Roku. Apple TV I barely use. Roku I use every day. I love that thing. So that's that. And then back here, I have another CRT TV. And back in here, I have another HD TV. And as you can see, they are all hooked up to play the same thing at one time. I am kind of going for a sort of early 90s rental store look down here. That's kind of what I'm sort of going for. So that's why I wanted to do this. I think it's pretty cool. Plus, no matter where I am in a library, I can always see a TV if I do this, which I love. Now, people always ask me, wow, your electricity bill must be crazy doing this. I don't usually have these hooked up like this. I kind of do this for videos, or if I'm having people over, I'm showing off my collection to somebody, I will set all these TVs up. Otherwise, I don't usually have these all going at the same time. I'm not that crazy. I have no need to. If I'm watching a movie, I'll just watch on one of those TVs, and the other two aren't playing. Unless, like, sometimes if I'm working over here, if I'm, like, rearranging on my VHS, or back moving around Blu-ray or something, I might play it on one of these TVs, just so I can watch it while I rearrange stuff. I might do that. But for the most part, I don't have them playing all at the same time. Unfortunately, at the moment, I can only play standard definition on all four at the same time. I can do HD on this one and play something HD on that one, but I can't play like a Blu-ray or something on this TV or that TV as of yet. I can only play something in standard definition on all four TVs. But that's going to change once that HDMI player down there, once I get that all hooked up and working. So again, next library tour, hopefully I'll be able to play a Blu-ray or HD-VD or something like that. Something that has HD outputs. I'll be able to play on all four TVs at the same time. And this TV over here will eventually be switched out with another HD TV that I'm just going to kind of have a mount on the ceiling coming down. So that'll change eventually. So in time. Not yet, but in time. Alright, so I guess from there we'll take a look at just fun display pieces I have. So up here, got some Batman Forever display pieces. A lot of these displays I got from a lady at a rental store that's about an hour and a half away. Very nice lady, very cool, and like her husband or relative or something like that, I can't remember who, but used to run a movie theater, and as such has just tons of old display pieces and whatnot. He kept them all, and she sells them. Every time I go up there, she has a box full of these things and sells them to me. So very cool. Got this Warner Brothers luggage tag that I thought was just cool, so I hung it there. These are like movie marquees, like box office marquees. So if you go into your local movie theater and you go to the box office and purchase yourself a ticket, you'll see these, and then underneath it, like the times of the movies. That's what these are. They're like kind of see-through, so the light will shine through them. I got these from a viewer, so that's pretty cool. I love those. Got my Santa Claus Conquers the Martian DVD. This was also sent to me by a viewer a long time ago. I already had this movie in a box set, but I just saw the disc and I was like, that's one of the coolest looking discs I've ever seen. And as such, I just hung it up because I didn't need it. Like I said, I already had the movie, but I had to hang the disc up. It was just too cool looking. My theater room display, A Jurassic World little display piece. Got this from a Walmart. I just asked, and they said, sure, take it. My pride and joy, my Spice World poster. I love this thing. The one and only full-size poster I have down here. And then I got all kinds of weird stuff displayed on here. These are my Freddy's Dead 3D glasses. These are actual 3D glasses from when the movie came out. Again, got these from that lady whose husband or whatnot had the movie theater. I have a whole stack of these. And I just decided a few of them had to get displayed because they're so neat. Got an MST3K decal down there. Batman and Robin, just window decal. And some Beverly Hillbillies right there, which is cool. These display pieces here, these all came from a closing Blockbuster video. I just had to grab those. Thought they were pretty cool. Thought they looked neat. And I got these 3D Disney Movie Club cards. These are exclusive. You only get these if you're part of the movie club, which I am not. But one of my viewers is, and they sent them to me. I thought they were so cool. I went out and bought some frames to hang them up. I got some Cars, Lady McQueen and Mater. My Lexus cover, and some Lightning McQueen, Ka-chow down there. Very cool. Let's see what I'm going to show you guys next. I guess we'll take a look at these. These right here, these are just like a coat hanger, so I can hang, my hats and my keys and everything on those. Kind of why I wanted to have that, because when I come down here, I have my jacket and my hat and stuff. Need a place to hang them up, so that's what I have on there. And then I have, I love that I had these little window displays on it where you can put stuff in it for like pictures and stuff. But I took some old spare DVD artwork I had and cut them up. So Pulp Fiction, Devil's Rejects, and A Clockwork Orange. And some posters below that. We have Cool as Ice and The Wizard. Awesome posters right there. And the same thing on the other side. Another one of these coat hangers. Sorry about the glare, but you can see we have Planet of the Apes, Beetlejuice, and Superman. And down below that, Angels in the Outfield, and Out on a Limb. Up here we got some Beverly Hillbillies. They're just some fun little mobile display pieces, again from that lady at the rental store. And Funny Farm, some Chevy Chase there. I love this. My son is terrified of this, though. He will not come to the back of my library because he thinks this thing's going to eat him, which is hilarious, but it's pretty cool. I love it. This is my George of the Jungle display. This I actually got from a viewer. A viewer sent that to me. That's really cool. I love that. Casper. Got another U. And Free Willy 2, The Adventure Home. Also back here, I just picked these up. The C and the S. These are those light up letters. I just picked those up, C for cinema, S for sickness. Thought those were neat. They were on sale. I grabbed them. Got some Ferris Bueller there. Just a little car for a theater. Another one of those box office displays right there for Paranorman. And some old rental cards. Unfortunately, the only 2 rental cards I still have. My Hollywood and my Blockbuster. I used to have a bunch of those, but I got rid of them, unfortunately, so only 2 I have left. Under here, these are all collectible like trading cards that feature sci-fi and horror movies. I had a viewer send these to me. I thought they were so cool, but I didn't know what to do with them, so I just kind of hung them up down here, because, I don't know, what else would you do with them? I thought they were pretty neat. And I got some little mini posters. Got the Campaign, Spotlight, Bad Boys 2, which unfortunately is a bit covered up, Horrible Bosses 2, and on the other side, Mad Max Fury Road, National Treasure Book of Secrets, World War Z, Enchanted, Star Wars Revenge of the Sith, and Fright Night 2. I love this. Sent to me by a viewer. That is so cool. And we got a Tyler Mane signed H2O picture there. And Metropolis. I love this Metropolis poster. I got that for $5 at a Goodwill. One of my coolest finds. It was framed and everything, and it just happened to perfectly fit right there. I love that. And on the other side, we got my signed Paul Bennell, The Ghastly Love of Johnny X. Little mini poster. That's cool. Paul Bennell, super nice guy. And my 7-Eleven Simpsons display. Got this at a flea market. I thought it was pretty cool. Wanted to hang that up. Now I got this too. This is my Everybody Deserves a Reward Blockbuster Rewards display. Again, got that from a closing Blockbuster as well. But that was pretty cool. That had to get hung up. And for this display back here, this DVD side, people always ask about this. This is from a closing Borders. When Borders went out of business, they had a big sign that said all stock and all fixtures must go. And I said, does fixtures include that DVD sign? They said yes. They handed me a knife, a very sharp knife, and a very tall ladder. And this was up like, I can't tell you how far up this was. This was super far up on the wall. And they said, okay, have at it. And I just hacked this thing off a wall. And extremely dangerous. Could have killed myself, but totally worth it. So you see it's got some depth to it. Really cool sign. And they sold it to me for like dirt cheap, which good because I had to work hard to get that. So awesome sign there. And that's, I think, it for my displays. I could be forgetting stuff. Oh, I have like, hold on, some mini posters down here. There's Jupiter Descending. And I think I have one on the other side too. Yeah, there is Interstellar. I also have this here. This is a little frozen... I don't know what this is. You guys know what this is? It is some little tub, but with a hole in the top. I use this to keep my change in. I am a collector of spare change. I do not spend change. If I buy something and it's $1.01, I will give them $2. I do not, even if I have a penny on me. And I take all my change and I just throw it in here, and then at the end of the year, I can cash this out, and I usually use it towards my trip to Walt Disney World every year. So that's what's in there. If you guys know what this is actually made for, other than putting change in it, which that hole is perfect for doing, you guys tell me, because when I showed this off in a video, nobody had any idea what this is actually for. Got that at Target. On the other side, this is cool. I got a trash can, because you gotta have a trash can out here, and I have my Muppet Show trash can. Got this from a flea market. I love it. And because I'm a total dork, I did decorate the back of my TV. Home Alone 3, Jurassic World, Resident Evil Retribution, and another Home Alone 3. Because, I don't know, the back of my TV looked really blank. Had to do something. And as you can see back here, it doesn't look too bad for wires. There are a few extra wires. There's wires running right there. Those are a few extra wires that aren't usually seen. Those are only out because I do have all my TVs hooked up. When I have all my TVs hooked up, I have to run a few extra wires. So those aren't normally out. But otherwise, I have everything tied up very well. I do not have all my players hooked up at the same time. It's overkill. I don't have any need for doing that. I keep my Blu-ray player and my Roku hooked up at like all times. Everything else, I hook up as I need it. If I need my VCR, I will hook it up when I need it. So that's that. So wires aren't too bad back here. It doesn't look too crazy. Might look worse in the video, but I assure you it's not that bad. Again, everything's all tied up. I keep everything tied up with cable ties, so everything's out of the way, nice and neat. And like I said, it does look a little messier than usual, only because of a few random wires running around because of the fact that I have all my TVs hooked up. As you can see, back here's where I keep things like, I do have my tripod, and this is what I hold my camera with, so when you guys see me shoot videos, that is what I'm using. This here, this is the light that I use for when I film. And this light here, you know what? I actually have it unplugged because I had to plug something else in. This light here shines off a nice, kind of warm light. And when I'm down here and I'm just watching a movie or just hanging out and I don't plan on really doing anything in the back of my library, I will come down here, I will turn all my lights off and just put this light on. It's a nice warm light. It's very relaxing. These lights are not relaxing. These neon lights, they're horrible. They're just, ugh. After a while, you just kind of feel like I want to turn them off. And if you just want to relax, I love having this light here. Just turn it on, and it's very warm and calming and soothing down here. So as you can see, I got this little display here. Everybody always asks me, what is this? This is just a book display. You can get these all over the place. You can get these at places like Staples and whatnot. It's just for holding a book, but it'll also hold a DVD or Laserdisc, a Blu-ray, whatever. So when I'm playing a movie like Drop Dead Fred on all my TVs, anytime I'm watching a movie, I just put the actual case, whatever. I put it right there, and that shows off when I'm watching. Okay, I guess I'm running out of things to show you guys now. I don't want to leave anything out. Oh, you know what? I do have some more stuff to show you. How can I leave out this? My marquee. Look at that, guys. Got that for free from a closing, not a bank, a closing credit union. I actually had a friend who worked at a credit union, and I went in to visit her, and they were closing, and she had this in the trash. I was like, are you throwing that out? And it was like in perfect, brand new condition, and I took it home, and I hung it up. So there you go. I do not have this running usually either. This is also, just like my hooking up all 4 TVs, this is something I pretty much use for these videos or when I have somebody over. This Thanksgiving, when we had my family over, I made this sign say, Happy Thanksgiving from Cinema Sickness. So anybody who came down here saw that. I do have this over here as well. This is a West Coast Video VHS head cleaner. Oddly enough, in a Critics' Choice video case, which is kind of weird. But I don't know. I thought that was cool. Wanted to display that. And I guess I'll show you guys like one last thing that I can think of. And that is this right here. And I want to see this last. I'll show you why. So this is pretty cool. As you can see, marquee overhang rafters. So up in my rafter shelves, I do have these lights. And as you can see, I have them so they can shine onto whatever's up there. So you can see it. Otherwise, I would not be able to see anything up there. It'd be way too dark. But as you can see, this goes like... Oh, I guess I should hit off. There you go. On, off. So that is how I do that. So we'll try it back on. Overhang. Overhang controls the light back here. Nope. It also controls actually both these lights. So that's what that does. And marquee obviously is for and that. So there you go. So that is what that is. So I have them all controlled with this right here. You can get these pretty much any time around Halloween. You can find these at like Walmart, Target, stuff like that. They're pretty cool. This really came in handy. And I have all that stuff hooked up. So I can turn all that on and off as I wish. So again, guys, I do believe that is about it. I'm trying to keep this video in focus. Sorry if a lot of it's out of focus. I'll be focusing on one thing and then I'll move and another thing will not want to focus on. So I do believe, again, guys, that is about it. I really can't think of anything else I need to show you guys. I'm probably leaving something out. So if you guys have any questions whatsoever, be sure to leave a comment down below. I will answer them for you guys. Anything you want to know. All these shelves were hand built. I did build all of these myself. It was a super, super easy build. It's not that difficult. I did shoot some video on it a couple years ago. You guys can find that on my YouTube channel. So that was everything. Had this whole basement waterproofed, and I painted the floors, put the carpet down, painted. I had to paint the ceiling. That was probably the biggest pain in the butt. Painting that all black. That was not easy whatsoever. Getting up into all those rafters was a huge pain, but it was done. Had to do it. So all this was, again, custom built. Obviously things like these bookshelves and these shelves and these shelves, you know, right here and stuff. These are not custom built. These are things you can just get at like Walmart, Target, and stuff like that. I mean, technically, yes, I did have to build them myself, but I had to put them together. But obviously, they're not hand built, unlike everything else. I mean, all this is done by hand. I built all of this. Again, it wasn't very hard. Everybody thinks it was some big difficult thing. It's pretty easy. Just need a saw, a ruler, and a hammer. That's about it. And you're good to go. Oh, you know what? I almost forgot one little thing. We'll take a look at this quick. My coffee table here. I do have all my different remotes in here. Should I pull this back a little bit more? All my remotes are in here. People always ask why I don't have a universal remote. A few reasons. One, because I'm kind of OCD. If I'm watching a D-VHS, I kind of want to use my D-VHS remote for my D-VHS player. That's kind of how I want to do it. Also, many of these formats here, universal remotes nowadays do not support. I'm not going to find one that supports, you know, my beta or something like that. It's just not going to happen. So a lot of this stuff I could not support anyway. So I have these back here. These are kind of like the ones I use the most. This is my for my HDTV, my main HDTV, my Blu-ray player, and my Roku. So I have those just separates, and then everything else is in here. Many, many more remotes. These are for my CDI. This is the remote for the CDI. This is the gamepad, but you can actually use this as a remote. So that's why I kept it. Again, I don't have any games for my CDI. I never will. I don't play CDI games, but this can be used as a remote, so I kept it. And obviously my GameCube controller that I use for my Game Boy Advance videos when I'm playing those. And then just some odds and ends in here. A lot of 3D glasses back here. Some batteries, because, warning you guys, if you have remotes, do not keep batteries in them. I keep batteries in these 3 right here because I use these every single day. These here, I do not keep batteries in, because if I don't use these, if, you know, I haven't touched my beta remote in a couple of years, or, you know, who knows, you know, I go months and months and months without touching that, the batteries can start to corrode and can ruin these. So I just keep a little Tupperware thing here of batteries, and I use them as needed. If I want to watch a beta, I'll pull this out, I will put batteries in this, and then I'll use it. I got some Sylvester coasters, because if you're going to drink down here, you got to have a coaster, because I'm OCD. Oh, this is where the ever lovely cinnamon lives. So as you watch my unboxing videos, the ever lovely cinnamon lives down here in these drawers. And of course, you got to have a microfiber cloth to clean discs every so often. Under here, if I can get under there, I do have this as well. This just holds cables and whatnot. Extra cables like UMD cables and audio video cables, and also the all the different cases I have for all my different portable media devices. I used to have all my portable media devices in the cases until I started to use those displays above me, and I don't have them in there anymore. So I just keep them in there. So that's just kind of like odds and ends, cables and whatnot that I need every so often. I keep them there, and that just slides right underneath there on my coffee table. I love this coffee table. It's huge. It works so well. And again, I do believe that this time, that is officially it. Again, I'm probably leaving something out, so please ask some questions if you want to know what that is the well. So any water that comes through the walls no longer comes out onto my floors as it did many years ago. It now goes into a drainage system and into that well and then pumped out of my house. So no flooding down here in the library. You can't have that. So alright, so we're like an hour into this video, guys. I'm sorry, I know it was very, very long, but I wanted to be thorough. I wanted to show you everything. And again, if you guys have any questions whatsoever, please leave a comment down below. I'll be sure to answer them to the best of my knowledge. There's Princess Leia. So very, very cool. That's it. So alright, guys. Oh, I should, you know what? I keep forgetting to show you things. I do have this Rabbit VCR right here, which is really cool. This is how I'm taking stuff from my DVD player and hooking it up to other TVs. It's a very old way of splitting like a VCR to multiple TVs, and I actually use this when I split standard definition like I'm doing right now. I use this. There's other ways of doing it. There's easier ways of doing it, but I'm a nerd and I love this thing, so I have to use that. And of course, RF modulator right there, which comes in handy. This is an HDMI splitter. I use that from time to time as well. So again, I know I'm rambling on now. I'm just thinking of things I'm forgetting to show you guys. So okay, anyway, again, if you guys have any questions whatsoever, please, here you go. Here's the view you guys don't usually see. There you go. The view you don't see. You guys always, well, I guess you guys, no, wait, I'm sorry. You do see this view, but you don't see it that big. I guess I should say this is the view you guys don't see. This is the view I see every day when I do videos for you guys. There we go. All right, I'm losing it. I gotta stop this. Oh, geez, my DivX display. Almost forgot about that. I actually got this in a lot on eBay. It came with this, a cool DivX pin, and my DivX demo disc. And also, I don't think I showed you this either, did I? My Mission Impossible marquee. See, I'm just forgetting stuff, guys. I'm gonna stop this video and be like, oh, I didn't show them these other like 50 things. And of course, it's all. There you go. All lights shut off with that. It's all right, guys. Okay, again, I'm going to go. Any questions, leave them down below, and I will answer them to the best of my knowledge. So I hope you guys like the new setup. Like I said, some new things, some new shelves and whatnot, and a little bit different the way things are set up. I wasn't running out of space or anything like that. People are always asking, oh, did you move stuff because you ran out of space? No, I just moved stuff because I wanted to. And I just wanted to add some more shelves because why not? If I can, I will. Oh my god, again. I forgot these as well. My adults only signs. I made these. Bought these tiny little frames, printed those out, and what's behind here, because people always want to know what are behind these curtains. Well, back here is the main water shut off to the house. Very important to be able to get to that. If we ever have a leak anywhere in the house, reach back there, turn it off. It shuts off all the water to the house. There's a water like meter back here, which I don't know what it's for. I've never seen anybody use it, but it's there. And there's a spigot back here, which again has never been used, but I figured why not have access to it. So water spigot back there. And I just decided to kind of go with these. Again, I'm kind of going for a rental store feel, so I did these adult only kind of, you know, this is where the porn would be, behind these curtains there. That was the idea. You guys remember back in the day going into a rental store and the seeing the porn section, the adult only porn section. That's what I was kind of going for. Just kind of paying, you know, homage, paying tribute to rental stores. So, okay, can I actually end this video now? Or will I think of like 16 more things I want to show you? I don't know. So again, for like the millionth time, if you guys have any more questions, please leave a comment down below and I will answer them. So, all right. Hopefully for real this time, I'm going to go, guys. So that's it. Thanks for watching. Have a great one. Be sure to hit that like button. If you want to see a new video from me every single day, be sure to hit that subscribe button. Also, head over to cinemasickness.spreadshirt.com if you want to get yourself a Cinema Sickness t-shirt or some other cool Cinema Sickness gear like hoodies, hats, buttons, etc. And also, if you want to keep videos like this coming your way, head over to patreon.com/cinemasickness. Become a patron. Every tiny little bit helps and is greatly, greatly appreciated. So, all right, guys, that's it. Have a good one. Hope you enjoyed this extremely long video. And again, have any questions? Feel free to ask. See you guys later. Bye.